Okay, Diana Herman, thank you so much for coming on the Get Foxy show. It's
Love it. I'm happy to be here.
Well, thank you. I did take the liberty of reading your bio off your website, so folks have a little bit of an idea of how you got into the work. But let's delve into that a little bit more. How did you get into traditional Chinese medicine?
I will try and keep it brief. The short version is I had I was a civil engineer. I was a civil engineering student, and was just I love math and science, but it was starting to just get stressful and I wasn't having any fun. And then I had a year where several people close to me passed away,
Mm-hmm.
and I decided I had spent my entire life from the time I was 5 years old in kindergarten until that year. School was my job. I was serious. I was a perfectionist. And I was like, screw it. Life is too short. I got to do something fun. So I started training in Kung Fu, and I would hear, the black belts would go to some doctor, some acupuncturist down in Denver for acupuncture, and those of us training would use Dita Jiao, topical herbal liniment,
Mm-hmm.
and then beat the crap out of each other. And those who used the liniment didn't swell, or if we did, the bruises and swelling healed so rapidly compared to the poor saps who didn't use it. And it was so obvious how powerful this medicine was. And I just found that fascinating. So I went to an acupuncturist, just to see what acupuncture was, ancient Chinese secret with needles. And over the course of a year, I started treatment, and it helped me so much. And by this point, I was a stressed out civil engineer, and the acupuncture was really the only thing keeping me stress free. But it was managing things so well. I thought, oh my God, this is the greatest thing in the world.
Mm-hmm.
I love to do what my acupuncturist is doing. Look at her. She's got a smile on her face. She's helping people. She's her own boss. But I don't think I could go live in China for 4 years. I have a life here. And she says to me, oh, sweetheart, there are schools all over the United States. I trained in San Francisco. You can go to school here. And I was like, oh. And that was the end of that. I quit engineering and went to grad school and never looked back.
Uh-huh. So you got your basic training in TCM, and then what drew you to the dermatology side of things?
I have really sensitive skin, and I get rashes really easily. And when I do, they're always itchy ones. And I hate itching. I mentally cannot handle being itchy. It would drive me, literally would drive me insane if it was going on long enough. And after I graduated with my master's degree here, I did an internship at the Nanjing University of Traditional Chinese Medicine in their dermatology department, and saw all of the things that Chinese medicine was able to help with. And they had in their pharmacy, they had all these pre-made creams and lotions and ointments and things. And I was amazed at what Chinese medicine could do that conventional modern medicine was not able to do for the common chronic inflammatory skin diseases like eczema, psoriasis, etc. And I was hooked. But when I came back from China and started my practice here, I thought, man, nobody knows that we can treat that stuff, and I got to make money. I'm, in debt from grad school, so I started out treating pain and sports injuries, which I got very good at. But then I felt more like a mechanic, and I wasn't using my brain as much as I wanted to. And I would say it's not that. Maybe it was more I wasn't using my heart as much as I wanted to, because my heart was with the people who suffered from itchy, maddening skin diseases, or the things that affect your face, where you have to, your face is your face to the world, right? Everybody sees that first. And when you have acne or you have rosacea like I have, and you put yourself out there, it's really hard to do so with confidence when you have red blotches all over, or things are oozing, or you can get kind of gross, and so it can be embarrassing, it can be uncomfortable. And those were the people that I really wanted to help. And so I, over time, started shifting my practice to focus more on the dermatology in due time. So that's how I got here.
Fantastic. Well, for the folks that are listening to the podcast, they probably can't see what's behind you because they're listening to the audio. But if anybody happens to be watching this on YouTube, what are those jars of stuff behind you there?
You know what they are. The most awesome things on the planet. So these are Chinese herbs. And we have close to 300 individual medicinals here. So each jar contains a different herb. It's probably not very practical to keep them in glass jars based on how much we weigh out every day. They should probably be in big vats. But I can't help looking at them. I love looking at the herbs in jars on shelves. And so there they are, working display. We do actually pull from these, but some of the herbs that take up a large volume we have in bigger bins under here that you can't quite see. Mm-hmm. This is my raw pharmacy. And we use these herbs we use them in internal prescriptions for patients as well as use in the topical products that we make. So,
fantastic. I was going to ask you what do you use those herbs for, but you're making internal formulas for different kinds of issues and then also topicals that you put directly on the skin. Have I got that right?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So we, oh, no, go ahead.
Oh, that's all right. I was going to ask you, what are your most popular herbal formulas that you sell?
So if you're talking about topical products, so half of my business is seeing patients, treating patients in our private clinic. And then the other half is crafting skincare products using Chinese herbs. And we make topical external products for psoriasis, eczema, seborrheic dermatitis, acne, rosacea, melasma, quite a few other things. And to be honest, our most popular item is an herbal lip balm that we make. And the reason is because we make them with Chinese herbs, we can help the skin stay as healthy as possible so that you don't need to apply lip balm all the damn time. And apparently a lot of people are really addicted to their lip balm, and being addicted to it means it's not doing its job. So yeah, so actually our lip balm is our most popular seller. And then I think next would probably be our eczema ointments, and then our acne and rosacea products.
Fantastic. Well, I see a photo of you on your website with a dog. Is he your mascot?
Sam is my soulmate, and he has been with me. We're going on 15 years this year. He's actually almost 18 years old now. But it's totally true that people and their pets either start looking alike after time, or just, in my case, we're totally kindred spirits. And he's a border collie. He is type A OCD perfectionist dog with sensitive skin. And that would be pretty much how I would describe myself as a human. So he has a tendency to get rashes really easily. And early on, when I was developing some of my products, he had developed this horrendous rash where it ended up becoming a staph infection, where like it was gross, but like chunks of his muzzle were just like melting off. It was really gross. Turns out he had an allergy to the detergent I was using in his bedding. But he had this horrible rash, and I thought, I got nothing to put on it that's going to do anything. That's safe if he licks it off, because Lord knows he's going to lick it off. Mm-hmm. And so I made an ointment for him, and it turns out that's actually our Little Red Rash ointment. And it worked really, really well to help heal his lesions. But it's my go-to for hot spots on dogs. But yeah, so he was an early muse, and he got to test stuff out because I could see rapidly what worked and what didn't, what made his skin more irritated, what didn't, what he would lick off faster and what he wouldn't. Turns off the worse tasting it is, the less likely he was to lick it all off. And while they're safe to consume, nobody wants to eat these products. I tell you, not even your dog.
That's understandable. I've also seen several photos of you on Facebook with stuff on your face.
Ah, good. I'm glad you specified which photos you saw. That I have to suddenly explain now. I'm teasing. Yeah, those are our facial masks, and so we have several different varieties. But that's one of my favorite things to do when I allow myself to take the time to care for my own skin. I do a clay and herb, or sometimes just herb face mask once or twice a week. And I do post the embarrassing pictures, hoping that the more I post them, the less they'll be embarrassing, because the more other people will post them. And it's just because I have fun doing it. I mean, I don't know why I don't do it more often. I guess I sometimes get bogged down in the busyness of life. But my skin is always so much more clear and smooth after I do it. But it's really fun to have a ritual, and something that makes you feel special, that you are really caring for yourself, taking the time, even if it's like 10 minutes, taking the time to care for yourself in a natural way. And so I do really enjoy those nights when I take care of my skin that way. I used to do Mask in Nashville night. I used to love watching the TV show Nashville. So I would get sushi and wine and do a facial and watch Nashville. And then Nashville became way too dramatized for me, and I decided wine probably isn't really great for my rosacea, and so think my schedule got a bit out of routine. So I'll have to find a different night to make it, part of the routine weekly.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that's what those photos are.
Okay, well I think that's excellent, because what that shows to me is your, I guess, like you said, ritual that helps you be and feel Foxy. I mean, this is the Get Foxy show, right?
Oh,
So
good. I will put my
how?
leopard print bathrobe on. That my boyfriend
Yes.
says is the ultimate tacky bathrobe. He's like, Google tacky bathrobe, and that's what comes up. But it makes me feel fancy and foxy, I tell you what.
There we go. So I'm curious, how does what you do bring out the foxiness in your patients?
Well, it's kind of obvious when we're dealing with facial skin diseases. Acne, rosacea, eczema of the face, seborrheic dermatitis, perioral dermatitis. When the skin is clear, people really do feel more confident. And frankly, my goal is to get you to not think about your skin. When you are uncomfortable in your
Oh, I think we may have froze up here. Technical difficulty. Okay, and we're recording again. So, Diana, how does what you do bring out the foxiness in your patients?
ah, Well, it's pretty obvious when it comes to skin diseases that affect the face, like acne, rosacea, perioral dermatitis, eczema, seborrheic dermatitis, even psoriasis. Um, my job is to
Are you kidding me? I think Scott just dropped us again here. Oh my goodness.
because they are comfortable and they can be confident and go about their life, be themselves. And to me, when you can truly be yourself and feel free to be yourself, then your inner Foxy just shows naturally. And so my job is to get people to not think about their skin so that they can be Foxy all around.
Okay. So I want to let you know the call, again, froze about halfway through what you were saying.
Then maybe we need to ask a different question. Go back to this one later.
So we're back on. We're still recording, but we missed about half of that last question. Anyhow, let's go ahead.
Let's go back a little bit.
We'll skip that one. All right. So for you personally, Diana, what does Foxy mean to you?
For me, Foxy means being confident in who you truly are and allowing people to see that. Not trying to hide behind what you think people want to see, what you think people ought to hear from you, how you think you should look, how you think you should behave. It's being you 100%. And I don't think there's anything foxier than that.
Amen to that. So who embodies Foxy in your world right now?
I like to say me. Actually, me when I'm wearing red lipstick is a little bit foxier than me not wearing red lipstick. My office manager, Shannon, who's working around here, I think is totally foxy because she knows how to carry herself with confidence. She is kind and respectful of people, but still herself. Like, it's not, because I hear her on the phone with clients and I see her interact with people, and she's genuinely herself when she handles these people. And there's something about that I think is just totally foxy. And I should have her come over here and say hello real quick.
If she wants to do that?
Yeah. Here she comes. That's the Foxy Shannon right there.
Hi.
Hi, Shannon. Welcome to the Get Foxy Show.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your foxy personality with us.
Oh, thank you.
Yep. Couldn't do this without her. And my whole team. Nobody else is here right now but the two of us, so I can't show you the other foxy ladies here. But yeah, but people who are honest, who are truly themselves and put that out in the world confidently. Anyone who is like that is foxy to me. Males, females, younger people, older people. My dog, he didn't care what you think. He is going to be himself as Foxy.
That's excellent. Well, what is the one piece of advice you would have for the Vulpanistas, those lovers of all things foxy? What one piece of advice would you have for them about how to stay foxy?
Ooh, that's a good question. It has to go back to being yourself. I say it all the time, but there's such great freedom in that. Nobody can take you away from you if you are confident in who you are and what you want and how you feel, and you're connected to yourself. I think that internal freedom, I think feeling free is foxy. And I would say if you want to stay foxy, work on feeling free. You want to work on feeling free, then we have to clear the things that are limiting you and restricting you in your life. In my case, if that comes to your skin, I can help you with that. It's all about the energy behind everything, I think. Yeah.
I'm with you there. We used to say in school, energy follows intention.
That's right.
And so if your intention is to feel foxy, immediately that energy is going to start following that pathway.
Oh yeah, you exude that, and that's so magnetic. Yeah, anybody who has that intention and goes out in the world that way, that's magnetic. And people will want to be close to you, hear what you have to say, learn more about you, and they will just naturally be attracted to you.
Yeah, and that's what we're trying to foster right here on this podcast. So I really appreciate you taking the time. If people want more information about what you do and how you do it, how do they get a hold of you?
The easiest way is through the website, which is zizaidermatology.com, Z-I-Z-A-I, dermatology.com. You can email us through the website. There's a ton of information on the website. Chances are most questions can be answered by just sorting through some of the info we have on the site. You can always call us. Our toll-free number is 877-40-ZIZAI, so 409-4924. What's our phone number?
Oh, and Skype froze us once again. We're having a good time on Skype today, let me tell you what. So we'll see, we'll hang out just a moment to see if we can get Diana back. All right. 3, 2, 1. Now we're recording again. So what was your phone number, Diana?
So our toll-free number here is 877-40-ZIZAI, so 877-409-4924.
Fantastic. And I'll be sure to put all that contact information in the show notes for folks as well.
Fantastic.
So I want to thank you so much for taking the time. Even though we've had a little bit of technical difficulty with Skype here, I think we've still had a pretty good interview.
Oh, I think we did. I think I could talk about this all day long. So it's good that you reined me in and kept me within reasonable limits, so I don't go babbling. But I could talk about skincare all day long.
You know what? Maybe we'll just have to have you on in the future.
Ooh, yeah. I could show you different ways we use the herbs, and maybe a little insight to the behind the scenes stuff here, which is actually
that'd be cool.
Yeah, it's super fun.
Well, we'll see about working on that in the future.
All right.
Fantastic. Well, Diana, thank you so much.
Thanks,
sure
Larry.
appreciate it.
It's been a pleasure.
All right. Stay foxy.